Hello, universe. Is that you? Because we want to speak to you.
We about to do it. When you speak to the universe, what do you think about saying? How do you feel about the universe? Are you looking for a response? Do you know how to interpret a response if you've got one? These are all serious questions that we have to ask ourselves. When I speak to the universe, I get signs. It could be a tap on a window, a knock on the door, something I don't understand. But when I tend to speak to the universe, I tend to ask questions. I ask, is today going to be the day that changes my life? And then I'll hear a tap and I'm like, great. I want to leave it at that. I want a little bit of mystery in my life. What's going to change it? How is it going to change?
Well, you.
Hey, see, I'm telling you.
Well, signs precede, they don't follow. So if you were waiting for a sign from the universe, you're in deep trouble because you are the sign from the universe. It's a really good question. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for something to happen? Are you waiting for someone to come along? It's really important to realize that you are the thing that's happening and you are the person to come along. And there is no reason at all to wait for the universe to give you a sign. And a lot of people do. I remember having dinner one time with a friend, and he said that his wife wasn't happy and wanted to move. And he said, okay, God, if it's time to move, give me a sign. And he said, and then I got the sign. And I'm sitting there thinking, you just told the universe to give you a sign to move. So you got it. The universe gives you exactly what you ask for. It's not a, maybe the universe will give it to me. Oh, the universe is asked and it is delivered. Signs precede, they don't follow. So because he saw in his mind the sign and he spoke it out, he saw exactly what it is. I know what I'm saying sounds like a brain trip right now. But when you sit here and you say, give me a sign for this, X, Y, and Z, you're going to get the sign. I was driving along with Frank. Let me further illustrate. Frank and I were driving along on the Highway 5 in California. We were going through Carlsbad. And I said, do signs precede or do they follow? And Frank really had to think about it. This guy has 2 masters, one in engineering, and he goes, well, they precede. So, okay. But when you wait for the universe to give you a sign, do you wait for the universe or do you think of the sign first? And he said, well, I think of the sign first and associate with what I want, and then when I see it, then I know to get it. Think about that for a second.
It's deep.
I know we're going deep. I feel like I'm kind of tripping you out even right now. But honestly, signs precede, they don't follow. So we were going on the road and I said, okay, when you see this road, the sign, giant green sign that says Carlsbad, is Carlsbad before, after the sign or before the sign?
After.
So the sign precedes, it doesn't follow. You're not going to drive along the highway past the city of Carlsbad and then see the sign, welcome to Carlsbad. You're going to see the sign of Carlsbad and then you're going to arrive to Carlsbad. So if you ask the universe, you're thinking with me right now.
Yeah.
You're thinking with the audience. But when you say, show me a sign, you've already thought the sign is, I will know when I see this that it's time to move. And then you see the sign, and of course it's time to move because you've asked the universe to show you the sign. This is real time. We're not scripting this. For real.
I'm speechless.
You know what I'm saying?
I never thought about it like that.
Signs precede, they don't follow. The universe isn't some person that is like, well, if you've been a good boy, Daniel, I'll give you the sign.
Ice cream. That's interesting. It really is interesting because you have to think about it like that. If you have to question the universe for something you want, it's already there.
It's already there. Every possibility is possible.
That's true.
So if you can think it, you can do it, you can be it, you can have it.
So if I'm thinking I want some chocolate ice cream, I'm already on the way to the ice cream
We're
parlor.
already going to the ice cream parlor. I'm already there with you. Double or triple scoop.
Oh, definitely triple.
See?
Yes, this is interesting.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're watching along with us, think about something that you've experienced before and you asked a sign for. Did the sign come out of nowhere? Like absolutely just, or did you not ask for it? Did you not ask for the sign? Show me that I should do this. The universe doesn't care one way or another what you ask for or what you get. Look at Hitler. Show me a sign. Show me a sign that I should annihilate 12 million people.
It was already there.
He got his sign. He created his sign. And
That's
so he did
very
it. Was that the
interesting.
right thing to do? No, it wasn't the right thing to do. The universe is indifferent. And it will give you what you ask for. So if you went to the store, did you just like go to the store for this Nike top and just be like, well, whatever, universe, whatever you think is good for me, I'll take? Or did you really have an idea of how you wanted to look? Did you have an idea of how you wanted to feel? Did you have any kind of concept whatsoever?
I don't know.
See, we don't know because we forget that we are the creators of our experience.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think I just bought it off the fly.
But why?
But I probably thought about wanting another jumpsuit that was pinstripes.
He's tripped right now. Do you go to a car lot and just go, do you go to the salesperson and say, just sell me whatever you want? I just take it, whatever.
No, you want to build a package of what you want. I wanted my white little Nissan Rogue, low mileage, taken care of, with Bluetooth in it. I was like, I have to have Bluetooth and the bells and the whistles. And when I got there, I knew what I wanted and I saw what I wanted. Because the universe had planned it. There was the last one. So I said, so.
When I was a little girl, I always said to my mom, I'm going to have a little girl with blue eyes and brown hair. What color are my eyes?
They're brown.
Is it more statistically likely that I'm going to have a little girl with blue eyes and brown hair?
No.
Okay. But I knew that I would.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I had my daughter, she was born with blue eyes and brown hair.
And she still got them.
And she still got them. So the question is what is possible? What are facts? What are statistics? What is science? Science doesn't even know. Science is a scientific process. It's a process of evaluation. But science isn't a dogma. It's not a church. What is the universe? And we're evaluating that. But the one thing is about speaking to the universe is that, believe me, the universe is intelligent.
I can see that.
There is some type of intelligence out there. Animals have an intelligence.
Yeah.
Plants have an intelligence. This plant right here wants to grow to the sun. Why? It's inherent intelligence. So we're looking for that inherent intelligence. But the universe, especially when it comes to creation, does not give us signs after the fact.
This is a very tough topic for me to talk on because I'm mind blown.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that you really don't even think about all the time. You know what I mean?
No, because we don't realize that at some point along the line back there, we were thinking of something and then we forget that this is something that we had thought about or asked for.
It's true.
We forget the moment of creation. We forget the moment that we created a thought and sent it out to the universe. Like I said in the previous episode, when my other friend stepped away, hopefully temporarily, I said, God, if you're going to take this person away, give me someone to replace his place, but better and brings the best out of me.
And along came Polly.
The male version of me. For real.
Gave me goosebumps. But yes, she's right. She's right. You really don't remember a lot of things you speak to yours.
We don't. We so busy thinking all these thoughts, we don't even...
Everyday thoughts, life thoughts, work thoughts, all sorts of thoughts.
Let's take a pop culture example. Katie Holmes, for years, believed that she was going to marry Tom Cruise. She's staring at the posters when she was a kid. She, for real, believed it. I mean, there's...
She didn't get a darn thing.
She got herself for Tom Cruise.
Did they marry?
Yes, they married. They married for 6 or 7 years or
I'm
something.
European, so listen, I don't know.
This is an episode where Daniel's doing the learning, I think.
It really is. That's interesting.
But for real,
I
she
felt
knew
like
him.
this is something I knew because it was a topic I wanted to speak on. Now I'm like, I guess I didn't know much about
But what do you know about speaking to the universe?
I know that I talk to the universe every day.
That I believe we
Do
all
I
do.
remember? Probably not. But
are you listening to yourself? The universe is listening to you, but are you listening to yourself? Signs precede, they don't follow.
No, it's like sometimes when I speak, I'm like, I don't remember. I could never quote myself from this video to the previous one. Like, it's literally like my brain just goes and goes and goes. It's like, you got it out, you're gone.
You see, you have to listen to yourself. That's where the inner dialogue is. We will be talking about that in another episode. But it's like our self-talk is
the talk.
The talk to the universe. It is speaking to the universe.
So true.
Isn't it?
I think it's just really important to speak to the universe, though.
One of my favorite ways to talk to the universe is, wouldn't it be wonderful if? Wouldn't it be wonderful if? Now, before we started filming, again, we just met a week ago.
Yeah.
Like, for real, for the first time ever on the phone. I literally just met you just a few days ago in person. And when we got the idea to do a show together, you were like, we can film it at your house. And I was like, no, we need a place without screaming kids. My kids are home, they're screaming and have a good time. And I'm not going to kill their vibe. I'm like, shh, shh, shh. I said, we need a nice place. We need a great place. And I was like, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could have a studio somewhere that we could film this? And bam, the idea came to me with my friend Wade Taylor at WS Radio. And I was like, instantly, like, I called him, left him a message and said, hey, we got an idea for a show. Can we use your space? And he like gave us the space.
It's pretty amazing.
So I was very conscious of, because I've been practicing this for years, conscious of wouldn't it be wonderful if we had a studio that was quiet, that was relatively quiet, besides the jets, comfortable and great.
And trucks.
Yeah.
Jets and trucks.
Jets and trucks, hey.
There's a lot happening back there. Y'all ain't from San Diego, let me tell you.
We're in San Diego. It's great. But we have this beautiful place that we get to share the story with you.
Mm-hmm.
But I've gotten good at recognizing my creative thoughts. I've gotten really good at it because I've had to learn the difference between a thought that I'm hearing from another person, a thought from my subconscious mind, like a belief or a reaction from a program past. I've learned to recognize things that I see on the internet most of the time as fake
Not
news.
real. Yeah, for real.
I hate on Donald Trump all you want, but there's a lot of fake news on there, you know, and I've had to recognize the quality of my thoughts, what kind of thoughts were, and the source of my thoughts. But we are the source of everything in our life and all of our life experiences. We can change them.
You have to be willing to change them. You have to be willing to understand what you're saying to the universe.
He's listening. But it's true though. But come on, think now. We'll wrap up this show. Think now. What were you thinking when you're thinking before you met me? I'm not the sign. I'm in a creation of your imagination. What were you thinking? Go back.
What was I thinking? I just needed the answers. Like somebody's got to come along and help me through the process.
Well, there you go.
I'm like, this is so crazy. I got crazy thoughts in my head. And that was it.
I need someone to help me through this process.
Yeah, for real.
Just anybody?
Buy it.
Ronald McDonald?
I don't even know who I said, but I was dead set on you. I was like, okay, I need Leslie. But before I left and came here, I said, I'm not gonna work. And look what happened. My work settled itself out and I didn't have to do anything. So manifest that thought right there.
The universe hears you. Signs precede, they don't follow. You are the sign. You are the sign you've been waiting for. Anything that your heart truly desires cannot be kept from you.
True.
You have to believe that it is yours and that the universe loves you, cares for you, and will protect you, and will give to you that exactly what you want, for better or for worse.
True.
The one final story I'll actually leave the audience with is there was an interview with Loretta Scott King. And after JFK was assassinated, Martin Luther King saw it on television. And she noted in the interview that when Martin Luther King saw that, he said, that's me. That's how I'm going to die. and then he died by assassination, not too much long after. If you're watching this, fact check it, but that's what I've been told.
Wow. Wow.
We create our destinies, we create our realities, we create our
sure
life
do.
experiences. Be careful what you're thinking, because the universe hears it.
I was going to say the universe is always listening.
Don't get me wrong, there have been times where I've gone and worked and puked 3 times, got on stage and performed, and I didn't know where my emotions were coming from. I didn't understand. But I couldn't deal with it then. I had to suck it up, get on that stage, get what I was being paid for, give what I was getting paid for, and then go home right away and work with a coach on it to start figuring out where did that come from? Why was that happening? It's okay to admit that you feel sick, that you feel angry.
Because I was scared.
Yeah.
Because that emotion you felt, not everybody is going to feel. Not everybody's going to understand. Not a lot of people have been in that situation. But I had to stop hiding from it because it made me feel sick on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
It made me feel like, if I can't express myself with this, then what can I express myself with?
You can change how you feel about a situation, and you can change how you feel about a memory. And that's an important tool to have. It's like with my own child when he was crying about the dog being lost. I said, cry, go ahead and feel sad. Was that even a real situation? A lot of people will probably say, that wasn't even real, it's all fake. But the emotion generated was real because he saw the image of loss.